A lot of people ask me, what's it like to be vulnerable with yourself? How do you do it? What do you get out of it? There's parts of us that we just can't accept. We don't feel lovable for. We've cut off. We're humiliated about. We're embarrassed about. We don't feel good enough. All those negative thoughts that we have about ourselves. And we spend an enormous amount of energy hiding that. It's exhausting. For me, being vulnerable with myself is allowing myself to recognize what those things are, to feel the bad feelings I have about the way I perceive myself, the way I've acted, the humiliating and embarrassing things I've done that I'm not proud of. I have these feelings that come up, and my first instinct is to mood alter, to run, to outthink. I've tried. You can't outthink it, you can't outrun it, you can't outdrink it, you can't outsex it, you can't outwork it, you cannot outdrug it. It will always be there. You're just pushing it further away. And the further away you push it, the more powerful it becomes. Allowing yourself to feel all of those negative feelings about yourself is you being vulnerable with yourself. I use the word humiliate. I have to humiliate myself with myself. And people have told me that's a real negative word, humiliate. And for me, it doesn't feel that way anymore. The more positive I feel about humiliating myself to myself, the less humiliated I feel. There's such a fine line between humiliation and humility. And when I go to those places and I acknowledge that I really screwed up, that I did something stupid, and then I endlessly think about it to the point where I'm just sick to my stomach over it, and I can't take it anymore, and I just push it away and I bury it. It goes somewhere inside. It doesn't come out. The only way I know to make these things come out and to heal them is to accept them, to see them for what they were, what they are, and how they affect me. It's like an emotional weight that just hangs on me all the time because I'm using so much energy to hide it from myself and the rest of the world. When I get those feelings, my first instinct is to get up and do something. I try to think my way through it. I try to avoid it by picking up my phone, by watching the TV, trying to figure out a way to feel better from something outside of myself all the time. When I stop doing that and I sit still and I allow those feelings to surface, I can feel that negative energy just rise up from somewhere to the surface, and it just oozes out of my body, and a calmness and a peacefulness comes over me. I wish it was easy. I wish there was a magic pill. I wish it was something. I've never humiliated myself more, I feel like, on purpose than with those videos. Like, I just absolutely hate the fact that they're out there. I'm ashamed, I'm humiliated, I'm embarrassed by them. There was a part of me that was just screaming to put them out there. After I spoke for the first time, I saw how much healing it had in me and how much healing it had in the people that were listening to what I was saying, that my body has just been screaming to put it out there. When I go into my head and I actually think about the words and the emotions and the things that I had said about myself, it's just painful for me to think about. I want to take them down and I want to just delete them. But there's a part of me that's not allowing me to do that, and that's my humility. It's okay that I screwed up. It's okay that I made mistakes. It's okay that I got dealt this shitty hand and I didn't know how to deal with it. And it took me time to process everything that I had gone through and uncover and peel away those layers of disappointment and just things that I was just embarrassed about. I did the best I could at the time with the information I had, which wasn't much, and I don't feel... At the time, I just hated myself for not being stronger, but I can't hate myself for it anymore. There's nothing positive in it. It's over and it's done with. And I'm sure there's not a person on the planet that really cares except me. It's my perception of it. So if I can go into the things that I'm embarrassed and humiliated about and make myself okay with the fact that it happened and I did it, I can't hurt myself with it anymore. It's not as bad as I thought. I just was really harsh and critical with myself because of the lack of skills I had of dealing with it. So go inside, find the things that you're not happy about with yourself, and become okay with them. They're not that bad. You did the best you could at the time. And when you have more knowledge of the things that you don't like about yourself, you can fix them. If you ignore them and put them in a place that you don't look at, you're never going to be able to work through them. So take the time for yourself. Get to know yourself. Get to know those parts of you that you don't like and own them. And treat yourself better about them. Because I guarantee you, they are not as bad as you feel they are. So get vulnerable. It's worth it. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.